Okay, so here's the thing with Barney Frank. Good question. With Barney Frank, it is a tactic that it's quite honestly a tactic. And going back to the conversation about how they've used neoliberal multiculturalism is the new word for it, right? That's what I'm going to use from now on. They've used neoliberal multiculturalism as a means of suppressing the conversation. It was an attack that we simply, progressives, were not prepared for. We were not prepared to fight back against this because we didn't fully understand. And if you remember the conversation from Professor Eddie Glaude, he was saying that it's the responsibility of academics to give us the necessary language so that we can communicate to galvanize a movement, but also fight back against strategies that are being employed against us. And so we as progressives simply were not prepared for this onslaught, for them to turn the weaponized identity politics against their own. We've seen them do it to greater or lesser extent, and sometimes rightfully so, against a rabidly racist at times Republican Party who from time to time just full-blown, full-throated, unapologetic racist, homophobic, xenophobic, every other phobia. You've seen them actually use it and wield it against, and when I say them, you've seen the Democrats use it against conservatives, but for some reason, progressives did not expect this to be turned inward to suppress the progressive movement. And with Barney Frank, this is just like the crown jewel of it, right? You have people actually whitewashing Bernie Sanders, the fact that he's Jewish. You have people whitewashing that for the purposes of executing their brilliantly pieced together neoliberal multiculturalism and weaponized identity politics. Because it's not effective if you're trying to use it on people who are in that demographic, which is why you see them constantly, painstakingly, over and over again, contorting themselves into positions so that they can whitewash black and brown women, people of color, LGBTQ, anyone who does not fit or anyone that goes against their strategy. They completely ignore you, whitewash you, so they can forward this narrative that has been used as a weapon against progressivism. And progressives were not sufficiently prepared for it, which is why we must absolutely understand this. Some of the same tactics that they will use over the next few years against conservatism, realize that it will be used against progressives as a means of silencing debate. And if we're not prepared for it, then we can become the victims of it, just like we did in this election cycle.